I know we don't have like a massive sample pool, right? Because we've only had one series, but Morana being up in both series now. Again, I know we don't have a big.
During TI, this guy called Snaking.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was playing this Morana hero.
And you reckon everyone's just like because of that?
I mean, like, you know, like, the team did okay. I just think
Did they
it's
do
worth
well?
calling.
Kinda, right?
Winning TI ain't that bad.
It's okay.
Yeah, winning hero doesn't really change.
Radiant
And
team
if you
back.
have the Starfall as well, so it's the lane you arrow in company.
Stable.
It's stable.
Well, LGD.
10
Kind of counts the entire like idea of Morana Ember.
Turn to
rough.
ban.
It's a sum of the Ember can't like on the back lines to kill, right? That's like kind of what he usually throws, but that just doesn't work for bad, and he can protect himself. He's just gonna sit behind Lina, just
Radiant
enables her to
team
be the
back.
carry without problem.
I think this app pick makes sense on like multiple levels, as you said. It's good at Ember Morana in the game. You just the kind of combo. And what I've seen from Lina in like the lane, it's a very greedy item build. You want to get be a Falcon Blade as fast as possible. Usually you see it against Abaddon, same story. It's not only good in the game,
10
but it's also
seconds
good in the lane
remaining.
early on. You can hero, keep the lane always at 5 trees, just flows very well.
5 seconds
Good
remaining.
frontliner brawler.
Yeah.
Also,
I have one also too.
go for it. You're
Also,
also
oh my gosh. Also, he enables objectives. Roshan towers his curse passive just works on that to buff the whole game and objective. So he's really just all around swell guy.
PSG.LGD's turn to ban.
Sorry.
What a description, huh?
Yeah.
A small guy. Also.
I forgot my also, but Abaddon overall, yeah, completely. Makes it a little bit more difficult to die in hero
10 seconds remaining.
start to fight.
But
5
also,
seconds remaining.
Also,
Another one.
varying
Radiant
top a little
team
bit.
back.
I will say the one thing I see when I look at Abaddon and Lina is that they're very immobile. Like, they are heroes that like to stand their ground and just like together. I think the ones draft moving forward could use that a lot.
that's great because I actually was gonna ask if there was any pitfalls.
10
Drops, what
seconds remaining.
foundation they start with these bring.
5
I think
seconds
there's like
remaining.
two different ways. You could try to split the map because she's somewhat immobile and Abaddon can't really save every hero on the map. Or you have heroes like with summons or illusions that these heroes don't deal with too well, because then also like, you have this chaos in a team fight. It goes with like the same scenario. Abba can only shoot one guy.
Radiant team
Isn't really against summons or Lina, so
PSG.LGD.
that's like an approach.
Shaker.
Like it's just much flashier.
Ten seconds remaining.
Abaddon, like
5 seconds remaining.
Chinese
it,
classic.
It works.
I mean, something I like about the Shaker pick as well is that Lina and Abaddon are not like pressuring you really early, so I think it does give space for a girl like Shaker to farm his picked up, get a living himself where he's not scared.
Before 3 picks that are well, LGD.
Yeah, like I would like it if one of the supports in LGD had like playmaking or initiation.
PSG.LGD. Radiant team
Marty works perfect.
So it's Marcy or hero stuns combined.
Cover the egg either.
10 seconds
There's a
remaining.
Mirana.
5 seconds remaining.
Looks good.
Rough.
That's
From that
we'll have to
perspective.
see kind of like how Dawn responds on, but I think if you look at LGD, it's basically all about the Lina. Have Lina who's gonna hopefully free farm, and 3 heroes who kind of hopefully allow her to play the game that she wants. Sidekick, shield. I think Phoenix in this game will most likely more play on like the stun ray rather than egg, to just on the front and be like the boss that she kind of needs to be. But I'm a little worried for LGD's teamfight. So I think the last pick kind of needs to either have good tempo or try to try and offset what Dawn have going for them. The classic DK coming out.
He's back. Oh my god.
Oh, we're gonna see a lot of DK.
Fun times. It was fun the first game.
Yeah, he went for the
Yeah, he
ads.
did.
Yeah, he went for the
Okay,
ads.
I'll
How much fun
hype it up.
DK is, guys. He went for the ads.
Dragon Knight. I mean, look at Dawn's
5
lineup. They're
seconds
gonna
remaining.
peak at this like 15-20 minute mark. They're gonna have Blink
Radiant
Dagger on their
team back.
Dragon Knight potentially, or they're gonna get the Blink on the Earthshaker. Then they're just gonna go. You don't need to fight. Go fight early with. Right, you're just gonna do some shackles into spears into some Dragon Knight stuff. Batman's gonna be like, oh my god, I can't shield all these stuns, and then the Earthshaker fish comes in power. And the Dagger so.
Where's the Dragon Knight going?
10 seconds remaining.
Honestly, I don't know. Might just be offlane. Probably offlane. I don't know.
PSG.LGD.
And I don't know if they play some DK. I doubt it.
What would be the benefit of having
Radiant team back.
It's just that when we're looking at this,
It also helps the Shaker a little bit. Shaker's a hero who would like to have freedom, like around. Against Abaddon, Lina,
PSGLGD's
probably
turn
gonna be
to
a
pick.
farm trade.
Radiant team pick.
Abaddon can't do too much.
I like this. Most likely a doesn't.
Tell me, like,
10
how do you
seconds
rate
remaining.
I know the kind of
5 seconds
but like,
remaining.
is your 10-minute timing not like OP?
Sorry if you want to answer too, but I think the hero is garbage.
It's hard.
Yeah.
why? Like for this specific thing or in general?
I mean, this would be one of the better Timbersaw games.
right.
If there
But it's
were.
still hook up.
It's
Yeah,
still a
the hero
trap.
is very hard to play. I feel like it's been nerfed a lot. I mean, it's good with their heroes, but I still feel like against this Lina type hero, what Dawn should be looking for is a hero that with all these stuns can just physical pump into kill her.
Yeah. Great answer.
Yeah, that's what I was
Select
thinking.
I
your
was
heroes.
saying that too. I was just trying to get the right answer. Okay.
Sven though, I was definitely seeing that one.
Yeah, me too as well. I was just about to call Sven out, but
You were talking too much, wasn't you?
yeah, you
Sorry.
can do,
Sorry.
guys. But
Um,
that should be there, right? Like, overall, they have a lot of guns on the side of Dawnbreak. Side of Dawn.
Don't break the game in.
You do have the Shaker, you have single stuns coming from the man. Overall, I do think that their draft is. I don't have a great read on it just yet. I really have to see how this game goes, but overall, I have to lean people. If not else for
Spaceship have to lead. Get it through an LGD picks from.
Do you get it? I mean, we'll see how it plays. At the moment, I'm just worried about Dawn having many heroes that like want farm and might get it because LGD heroes kind of struggle at like invading map space until they get this tiny blink. If they even buy that. But yeah, I'm feeling good about Dawn's game. They got Dragon Knight. She'll take some towers.
Can I take everything I said back? I'm going all in PSG.LGD. I don't know. I kind of look at these boys like Shaker, Dragon Knight, Sven. No one is doing anything on the map.
Yeah, but they farm and they get around. They go.
Well, very quickly, Kez, some of your closing thoughts about both teams'
I
draft.
think Dawn's draft is pretty good. I kind of have to lean on with what she was saying. I know English is hard sometimes, but I think this is a good test for Lina to see how good it is. If it can run away with it, then Lina might just be.
Yeah, a test for LGD, but also a test for us to see how good this Lina is when it comes to competitive Dota. We're going to jump on into our second series, game 1, with Lyrical and Fog.
So much, Nat, the panel and Fog. We're here. China Dota is happening.
Let's go.
It starts off again, LGD facing off against Dawn, but a lot of change-ups in this lineup, a lot of new players. Obviously, the panel was talking a lot about that. They're also talking about the Lina that they were loving. You were saying this is like the hero to go to. Tell me about it.
Well, it just seems like this like ranged characters in the same lane seem to be the go. Like that's what we're seeing. Ray Morphling, Lina, Dramas tend to be common trend, and it's flavor of the month, right? It tends to happen once the pitch continues for a long time. The people find one thing that stands out, and this is they do the triple branches. You've got your blades, you've got Batten backing you, so you can constantly pump heals. You don't have to bring your regen early on. A quick Falcon Blade boot, Maelstrom, I think we've seen it a lot of times from stream. Most of his games. Yeah, looking at stuns, this is interesting. There's 5. Everybody's got disable, right? We've got 5 different sets of stuns, 5 different ways to get like on top of the Lina. So that's one thing I'm looking at is how much can they commit and get on top of her. Blink, Sven, Blink, DK, Ember, lots of different ways to jump.
So what I'm hearing is LGD, everything for my Shiro. We will help
Yes.
you out of everything. And for tagged up as CDU, that's definitely Dawn.
I saw that too. I was like, am I seeing that? My vision's pretty bad, but
That is definitely going to be them trying to kill Shiro.
30
And look at
seconds
this.
to
I haven't
battle.
seen this Marcy skin. What the heck is that thing?
that's one of the ones that got added in,
The
yeah.
heck? That's crazy.
Yeah, so I think it's for, say C-Deck probably. All right, for Dawn, they're gonna, like we said, and I think LGD, they actually have a pretty damn good response lineup to protect the Lina, right?
Yeah.
The last pick, Tiny, they were really lacking disables, so that's gonna be able to protect and either cover the egg plus the Lina, and they have crazy sustain, right? We've got Sunray, we've got a Baton Shield heals, plus we've got Marcy's sidekick. It's gonna. Let's see if
The
Dawn can
battle
pierce through all that.
begins.
What happens indeed is already bullying away Son Goku from those runes, and it'd be 3 going the direction of LG. Now, there's another thing that I want to talk to you about. You mentioned the Lina. This is the flavor of the month. All the streamers are doing it. All the top teams playing it. But you also mentioned right before we came out here, oh, Marcy's gone. Marcy's done. We're never going to see Marcy again. Marcy's here. What the heck
Yep.
is this?
I think overall, I think 3 Marcy is probably the best situation because that's the one that got the least affected. It's your rebound and all that got affected by the nerfs that after TI could do pick the hero. Sidekick got a very small change, so that's what you plan on your play.
We will watch for. And of course, the constant thing that people remember from those Marcy days, even when it was support, is just get BKB and you can almost solo kill.
Yes. There's a lot of different ways to like
Dire's
protect
turret
this hero, right?
has been
Multiple.
killed.
The AoE stun that actually comes from rebound. Looking at Dawn's lineup, there are 4 melees into Phoenix too, so could be some situations where they commit for an avalanche and stuff for Marcy might actually just choose things up.
Not quite on the mark there with that. Fine. Creep it back behind the tower and Yondu trying to play together with Planet in the bottom lane. It is interesting. The panel is kind of talking about that's this player that made the transition of going from carry to just flat-out support. That wave over the side too.
I like Luge. I like that scene. You know, you don't have to just be like your boomer, the old players that just can't play the core anymore and they relegate it to the 5. No, people can switch. It's a hard pull.
They
No.
very close with the creep wave coming and still has that fairy fire ready, but X is gonna.
Auto. Let's see. Ruins. Get at least one film. Excellent nap. His bottle here. That, but
Already you can see 10 and 5 on that Tiny versus 5 and 2, so a little bit of that health here, a little bit. That across the board right now,
Yeah.
LGD are just winning these lanes.
they have the more aggressive and kind of more weird, just kind of defensive, right? Because the Lina in this situation, DK and Earthshaker can. If the Lina, it's a huge mistake for Shiro, right? They can't really get aggressive here, so he's able to free farm Marcy versus Veronica. The Phoenix could potentially die if there's a big mistake, but yeah, it looks pretty difficult for Dawn to set up kills lane without a third.
Of course, also they're not getting the out CS
No.
battle either. Particularly the Tiny versus Ember matchup. That one's a little bit funkier. Have tree spam that's constantly going to be a problem.
So with Shaker, this is when you pick Shaker, this is one of the things that ends up happening though, right? You're gonna kind of abandon your off laner, and we'll see if Falcus is able to make anything happen. It's kind of tough to kill Tinies, but he can maybe set up to kill some runes and whatnot.
Right now, Why You Smell, of course, that actually is why Innocence playing on the ABBA. He is doing a good job of bullying back Son Goku, but double wave coming in, that's going to be pretty helpful.
Yeah, play from the Shaker there too, stop that pull. Otherwise, he would have pulled through the trees. Would have been faster up there. Yeah, all 3 lanes. It's looking really good right now for PSG.LGD. And the Marcy, who's got 0 harassment onto it, already has Helm of Fire as well, so.
Double stun. Rebound. Not often you see that one. Pulls back in. Man, this is a lot of damage out from the Phoenix. Slowly burning him down. Is it going to be enough? Yes! Planet draws first blood. Getting that first blood on the Phoenix. Already queuing into an urn. It's gonna be a really big pickup if you can get that early.
Versus these cores, the Sven, the DK, if he's able to get like Vessel at some point early on, it could be devastating for sure. Amazing lane bottom. Like, there's a they get actually the grab on the run a mid leap over back. Yeah, they just have stronger lanes across the board, and they're gonna be able to do pretty aggressive moves with all these, with every hero, right? Everybody can actually make rotations pretty easily on their draft.
LGD coming in strong out of the gate in game number 1, and MS takes another punch to the back of the head. He manages to clean that one up. So 2 kills bottom. Now, the laning stage isn't everything, obviously.
Sure.
But how does it look coming out of this? How devastating is this for Dawn? The lane's not going good to start.
I mean, Sheep said it early, right? They have this very big peak coming on Dawn around like this 10, 15, 20 minute mark or so. So if you actually don't have that good lane, what's your timing gonna be? So I think it's devastating to have it already starting out this. Unsure how they can cover unless they start moving the Shaker a little bit more, but right now he's looking at stacks.
He's gonna have to definitely make some moves happen, or at least give that little piggy bank of other farm going into the direction of the rest of his team.
Yes, mid.
Can't get it happening. Still hanging on to that fair fire too.
Look out for fallen rock!
Getting close to level 6s here. We'll see if X makes some rotations. We saw Dust in the earlier game today play on the Ember and have some trouble making moves happen around the map. Do you think Ember could be another one of those heroes that can make some stuff happen here?
I think this one he's gonna have to look to make moves. In that game it was weird because he was versus Dust, he was versus DK, right? So he got forced to stay mid, which is usually not what the Ember wants to do. He wants to look to make early moves. I think we'll see the difference from X as we do. Yes, TP's back to base. X gets the catch back. Yes.
And the rebounds, Chase.
Look at his damage.
He's in trouble. Man, Planet having this great of a start and then burning him down, not quite going to be able to get the kill, but I mean, that TP back, that's also really rough.
That is. This lane is completely over. Even have the siege now pushing it to clear out the enemy siege, and they're going to get some damage to tower after this. The problem now is where does Sven want to go? He kind of has to go back bottom. He just he's
Oh my god!
forced.
And the career goes down too. Give him a break for a second. My goodness.
Oh boy.
A bully.
What a start. And they're fully sustained bottom. Everyone, like both of them full HP because they have the sidekick, plus they have that helm that we were talking about, headdress. They have a Mango on the Phoenix too, so they can go aggressive if they see a chance.
Pulls there. Nothing to say. Not looking for any toss back there onto X. Who's still, having a pretty good time now. 27 and 13, keeping the levels very even here. Say, as you mentioned, he's going to have to be the one who takes those moves. Get this back on track for Dawn a little bit. It's a 2,000 gold lead in just under 7 minutes.
It's crazy. He's going to have to help out him. This is very early on. Because Marcy's going to hit 6, and Sven's probably going to be level 4 or 5, so they're going to be desperate to help this bottom lane. Otherwise, Sven is just going to have no game, and he's never going to be able to go to those ancients that are stacked. Right. I do think that X is probably going to have to make that move bottom. Honestly, soon it feels like.
Marcy, in the meantime, shooting right into that arm lift.
Yep.
Time again.
Yeah, and those planar off Marcy's.
He's so scared. They just not want to get punched as Marcy.
It's terrible, even for the Mirana. What happened earlier was like he got a pullback on a leap, and they forced the Mirana to use all 3 leaps on him. So, scared.
Toss. Heals come in. Hi there. Ninja connecting X. It's not enough damage though.
Way too much heals.
Just can't do it.
Well, I read the play. Right, recognizes also like Lina, he's a cut. Shiro doesn't even need to be up top. Shiro has boots, Falcon Blade, and the Javelin ready. So now, yeah, Y can make moves to protect and read the movements that can come out from the side of Dawn. And he's even checking the rune down, so X, who kind of, he does have a full bottle, but he wants this rune to make those moves to fix this early game.
Regen, they don't get him. Now starting to burn down X here. Planet in area, they get hit by the tree afterwards.
This is brutal, I gotta be honest. The fact that both supports now can just kind of ditch those side lanes. Marcy's fine bottom, Lina's fine top. Just helping at mid lane, making sure that NCS has a better game.
I mean, they're not doing anything. He's totally just gonna walk away. Y comes back in and
Just
starts killing him.
He Y was walking top, and he wasn't even too far away, but he recognizes, okay, there's no point actually. I have to just play around where the 2 supports are, so. Great read. And now, that bottom tower is starting to get hit from that siege that they kept alive. And it's pressure on all fronts.
All across the map right now. There were a couple of pings on the top side of the map. Not sure if that was Dawn thinking about making a move there or not.
Sun Goku is way too low.
Yeah.
If they try to go for this, it could be disaster.
Shiro moves over. Moves back in. And rotation from X. This is kind of good. So the Dragon Form running out now. And with no chains, he's not going to have enough damage. The TP rotation, just Gouda Blade, get off me. Nothing to say. Moves it and they punch down X. Clean as can be.
That's the dream for Shiro, right? It's like, oh, nice. My support dies. I get a free kill on the mid. Great play there. I love when you see that happen. Just immediately recognizes these guys need to burn Flame Guard. We don't need to have to worry about anything else. So, big burst, gets the finish.
Obviously, not many points in the Dragon Slave, but even a little bit of magic damage coming from the Javelin there.
Yes, absolutely. Helps versus these tanky heroes like DK and Sven who just rely on armor.
Still struggling to find much to do in this game. Oh my, and it's been able to bully him.
Gabe, they have, it's armlet on Marcy, Maelstrom already on Shiro. Like, these timings are absolutely absurd.
Cooking, they're doing it. I don't know where that tree went, but it's just gonna have to try and play lucky with the runes. He gets an illusion rune up top. Marcy's still standing in this bottom lane, continuing to put pressure on. LGD just very aggressive at this point.
To try to do something on the side of Dawn to make space for this Sven to have to walk through those Ancients at some point soon. No God Strength yet, so it wasn't going to be able to do it, so do like this move top. Pop the DK ult. You know the Lina was kind of low in a way, so you can maybe get some decent damage here and pull some attention, which is desperately needed.
Sabotage again. Connection. Trying to bait him. Oh my god, he might just die to this. The jump! Oh my god! Right where he was going.
Pretty.
And planet. Eyes away.
Oh my
god. Goku, run! Get out! This is not a safe place to be. Has to pop the Moonlight Shadow to try and get away, and that finally will allow him to escape.
Radiant structures.
While mid lane, they're taking that tower. This is really rough for Dawn.
Yeah. I mean, Shiro just keeps showing up, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, free kill. This is great. It's the perfect lean game." Boots, Maelstrom, Talking Blade, level 9.
Yes.
Shiro connects onto one. That means there's no save there for the Tiny. Blocked off by the Fissure. Stun connects. Moving in with X, they gotta get something here. They need to find a kill. No save there from Abba. The turn. Marcy starts punching, starts beating him down.
Oh my
this
God.
is 5v1. They just keep chasing.
He's still going.
Son Goku, you gotta get away. You gotta run. The Fissure is out. Tries to bring down this Marcy. Okay. Slowly whittling him down, but they run back in. Again, this is all 5 heroes from Dawn, and they can't do anything.
Oh my god, what a ridiculous turn to Armlet. He's so tanky. Marcy can just stand there. The heals, of course, there from Y. Be very patient with his borrowed time.
Well,
I don't know. Like, they brought everything there. And at least they don't lose the tower and lose more heroes, because it was close to them losing the 3 or 4 heroes.
they do have a Blink Dagger done now on Tiny, so nothing to say, ready to make more action happen. Is there any timings that are coming up for Dawn? Like that's Falcon Blade done for Dragon Knight. He's so far away from the Blink Dagger. Ember's trying to get to phase boots. All right,
Yeah.
the phase boots timing is here.
I think for them, it's gonna be like numbers. Unfortunately, like even as we saw, their numbers didn't really work out the best. But they need to bring like 4 heroes. They need to have a number advantage. Just have to Sven also. To Sven is just inspiration catch up, but still. 5K net worth if you want to become a Sven at 10 minutes, 12 minutes in.
This is Blink with Hero nearby. Who's dying? Somebody's dying. Who do they find? The toss back connects. Oh, from one of the wrong ones. So a little bit of a miscommunication there. Son Goku manages to escape. Now, maybe not. Oh god, that let's say connected. They stuck around too long. Going out, changes more. Echo Slave, it's not nearly enough. Or dead in a second. 6,000 gold lead at 13 minutes.
Dire's top tower is under
Shiro
attack.
having the
Radiant's
freest game
middle
ever, it
tower
feels like,
is
as this
under
a
attack.
planning
Radiant's
perfect
middle
stuff, perfect
tower
setup,
has
catches
fallen.
them both. They get the follow-up, RC throwback. I mean, all 3 corals just having a...
Well, and again, this moment right here, you know, you're seeing
Radiant are
like,
scanning.
oh, maybe we can go back in, and no, you don't really
Dire's top
can't.
tower is
As
under
the
attack.
Phoenix just dove through, they get the stun on both. And this again was started with, you know, perfect initiation.
Of course, yeah, they like miscommunicated the toss back kind of play there. NTS didn't have the range to throw it back, but either way, successful. they try to bring numbers, but they don't have enough to pierce through this healing. I think why is being such a big thorn in their sides, just always there at the right times. Sometimes this game, get those shields, get those.
The ABBA is a very interesting dynamic there, having that like just sort of survivability. I guess one thing to mention is that with LGD's lineup, there isn't any of these heroes that kind of want to build mechanism or like plaids or any other like team fight oriented items as Joker's start to get dropped and will die here most likely. Yeah, they find that kill. So maybe there's like some team fight element to go to eventually, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens or right the ship here. And rough.
Yeah, they don't have like the best of carry. I mean, Batten eventually maybe as like the 5, he can probably go for it. I imagine because it's like arcane boots. Yeah. They have crazy sustain without it though, like we were mentioning. Yeah. Right. The shield, the heals, the Marcy, the Phoenix, etc. So, and we will be seeing Planet as you mentioned. The Urn is gonna be going for the Vestal. So, slow tanky strength. Not look tanky this game. Will be even squishier. And now they're completely on back with DK. Let's see what they can do top. Nice toss back.
Damage comes out as nothing to say. They connect for the kill. There's the sentry dropped it out.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Great play from Giant. Pull back onto the dispose. Perfectly done to dodge the arrow. Now they're on the aggressive. They have here.
Nothing to say. They spotted him there. And this Earthshaker will manage to get a couple stuns. Nothing to say. Try for the finish. And it's enough.
And
Son Goku's down. I mean, everywhere you look, somebody is dying. No partners.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Someone's thinking all LGD
Radiant's
heroes
top
are
tower
fully
has fallen.
devastating. All 3 towers down. Their team doesn't have DK. The team that has DK has not been able to really get much tower damage. Actually, tower really dead, but yeah, 3 down already. Night can't lead.
Nosey's over here. There's nowhere left to go. The boat tries to escape. It's not gonna happen. As Marcy and nothing to say combo together to bring him down. John, you was having a perfect game so far on this Marcy.
Yeah, 3-0-7. Everybody's kind of having
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Damn, what a showing here.
Goku. Do they have the damage though? They've got him blocked off. The fish is there. It'll turn and fight. Have a heal. Avalanche. The combo is there. Oh my God. It's not enough.
They're gonna GG.
Shiro. That is like.
That feels like that might be a GG moment, but see if they do something around MS.
Oh no. He also is going to get dropped here. There's nothing to say. Runs in, finds him. 19-1, man. LGD, if anybody any questions about this team, they're still a team to watch in China.
Did I put them number 1 on the list? Damn, this is incredible. Yeah, everyone's just having the dream game. Everybody's backing up each other perfectly. I feel like the biggest thing for me is how identifying like what moves are gonna happen. Right? They're like, oh, Dawn's gonna make this move. How quick they collapse. I think Panel mentioned a little bit about perhaps it could be a situation where with Batten, sometimes you can be a bit slow around the map. It doesn't look like it. LGD boys in the right place at the right time with all their heroes.
You know, it's interesting to mention that I'm pretty sure that nobody in our entire crew put LGD number 1. Everybody pretty much had them in that like, top 3 or 4. I think that this is one of those showings that's like, yeah, watch out for this team. Dawn, definitely a squad that, at least in this game, feels like they've been lost since the beginning. Have to see if they can pull anything together here to get some good feelings going into game number 2 if they continues this route. Tries to get away. There is no escape. The toss back, the nerf was not that huge. They don't manage to quite find the stun action, but I don't think it matters.
They can't fight.
Radiant's top
do here to fight around this area. And Jiro with HC, he's got BKBs. I think we
got all this.
Radiant's top
They're gonna
tower
head up
is
there,
under attack.
start to beat away at the tower. Blitz will come out.
Under
And
attack.
see the rest of Dawn right now not wanting to show up and defend this at all. They're just farming out the other lanes, trying to get what gold they can.
X bottom.
X, he's dropping. The blade doesn't even
Radiant's
get it, maybe
middle
a
tower
couple
is under
hits.
attack.
Oh, he gets it anyway. It keeps following you. That's a rough one.
God, this. I mean, this is. You're seeing the like why this lane is so crazy too. Like
Radiant's top tower
stats,
is
right? You see the
under
course
attack.
level Dragon Slam that we've seen from all these carry players. Look how tanky you are as Alina.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Shiro is absolutely enormous in this
Radiant's
game,
middle
but
tower has fallen.
it's crazy how much you're able to do.
But, I mean, as far as ways to go from here, spotted him there for thought Abba was in here.
I'm honestly pretty astonished
Radiant's
that they're still
bottom tower
playing
is
this game
under
because this one
attack.
feels completely over. But let's say they're doing one smoke move. Can they catch anybody here? I have PSG covering each other perfectly.
Phoenix right behind.
Yeah, he's playing careful too. That's the big thing. They're not overextending their hand.
Dude, he throws out one fissure, they know where they are immediately. Tries to find and kill, nothing to say. The shield is there. Can they do anything? The supernova on the low ground forces away the rest of Dawn. The stun after the toss. 4 hits, they dodge the stun from the egg, but everybody is still dying. Nobody from LGD is going to fall. As they chase in, they find MX, Son Goku, the last one left alive after the buyback from the Shake. They don't have the damage to do anything. Toss in, Shiro continues the punches.
Radiant's
Triple kill
bottom
for him.
tower is under
And
attack.
this is going to be the tier 2 tower and GG. 26-1. It doesn't get better than that.
Radiant's
wow,
bottom tower has
brutal.
fallen.
That was absolutely insane. It seemed like a couple.
PSG.LGD.
I think just popped that out for a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's like a couple of times they get the fissures where, I mean, the game was already rough at that point. They tried fissures where it's like, hey, you're trapped in with us, but actually we're trapped in with you.
Beat
So
the crap out of
they
them.
got turreted.
I think that that's the thing to watch for too, like how incredibly strong Shiro felt throughout that entire game. So many